Hey guys, Jaws of Shark Reviews here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series Gamer Edition Voyager class War for Cybertron Ratchet. So here he is in his Cybertronian alt mode, I guess kind of like an ambulance. And yeah, now before we take a look at the figure itself, of course, you gotta take a look at his box. So here it is. He's got a render here of Ratchet from the game. And yeah, he is Gamer Edition 09. You got the name right there. Transformers, the War for Cybertron game logo. And here it is on the top. And the side here, you got Studio Series 09, that same shot. And Voyager class. On this side, you get like an extended view. And authentic. It has to be. It can't be some cheap plastic version from overseas. And yeah, video game inspired. The name of his backdrop is Icon Attack. 28 steps to convert. Here he is with his backdrop, which we'll take a look at in real time towards the end of the video. And here's his bio, so you can read that if you like to. All this right down here. There's the bottom of the box, and that's pretty much it for the packaging. So yeah, let's take a look at the old Ratchet himself. So yeah, this is definitely one I was quite curious on getting, because I don't know if they ever did like a Ratchet. I'm guessing they probably did back in 2010. I just never got it. Honestly, it's like the design of the figure. I'm like, wow, this looks quite interesting. Like I couldn't tell if it was like if it looked great or if it looked alright, but yeah, no, I was kind of keen. So I got this guy I think a few weeks ago, and I gotta say I've been quite impressed with him. But yeah, here he is in his alt mode. Again, it's like a Cybertronian ambulance, so you get kind of a Pulse logo right there, not to be confused with Hasbro Pulse. But yeah, you get some nicely detailed wheels, including some red stripes. And yeah, you get gunmetal gray here for the windshield and the windows as well on the sides. Here's the bottom. Back, no paint unfortunately, not even in the tail lights. But yeah, overall, yeah, really cool looking. And he's even got two How About logos right here. But yeah, now anyways, for accessories, he comes with an axe right here. And this section right here, the hilt can be removed, but I'll just keep it on for now. And you can store it right up here on the top, so there's two tabs right here and one tab right down here, and then there's three slots. Kind of looks like a face almost. So you got two right up here, one down there, and yeah, so you can attach it like this. Just put in these right here, and there you go. So there you got Ratchet with his axe right on the top, and then he comes with sort of like claw gun or something. I've never played. I've never actually played the War for Cybertron or Fall of Cybertron games. I'm not sure if I've ever mentioned that before, but so yeah, I don't know too much about this weapon, but that kind of appears what it is, or that's kind of how it appears. But yeah, so anyways, there's like these two tabs right here, and then there's two slots right on the back of his rear bumper. And so yeah, you could just plug it in right here, and I think that should be good enough. So there you go. That's kind of the storage for this guy. There's not really a whole lot, but I guess it's better than none. Trying to see if we can fit it up here anywhere. Nope. But yeah, comment down below if there's like any other areas, and I'm pretty sure that's it. But yeah, now let's get right down to the size comparisons. So this guy's very, very rolly, if that's a word. I don't think it is, but yeah, for comparisons, here he is with Optimus. Here he is with Bumblebee. And here he is with Cliffjumper. Same mold, but why not? So yeah, that's pretty much it there for the alt mode. So let's get right down to the transformation, shall we? So starting off, you just want to untab these sections right here. These will become the shins in robot mode. And then next, just want to split apart the back section right here. And just move this apart. And that shouldn't have. There we go. Come on. Hold on a sec. Okay, just kind of had to give myself a little bit of a brain refresher because it's been a little while since I messed with this guy. So yeah, next step, you just want to unattach the top section right here, the roof of the ambulance, and just move this down right here. And yeah, so you should maybe be able to split this apart. Well, definitely this area. Oop. Oh, there you go. So yeah, and then just unattach this section from this, straighten out the leg, and yeah, then move forward the toe, and then bring in the panels right here. Just fill in the gap. Should go in. There we go. Oh, and that untabbed. Or not untabbed, kind of popped off. Alright, one second. Okay, so what you want to do here is just kind of move in. See this section here with the two joints? You just kind of want to move that in, and that should sit in nice and snugly right there. So then there's these two tabs right here, and I'll go into these two like little slots there. And oh, then there's also two other tabs here that'll go into the more spaced out slots. So there we go, just connect that together, and yeah, just do the same thing here. Just bring up the toe, close this, and kind of fold this in, and that popped off again. Alright, and close this up right here. It's a, yeah, this transformation is a little messy, I will say. But there we go. So then after that, just swivel around the knee areas, and there we go. So then, now for the upper parts, you just want to untab the front section right here, and then move out the arms right here. So this will untab from, oh, I'm not sure if that was in focus, but yeah, this will untab right here, those slots from those tabs. And you just want to straighten this out. Now click into place right there at the shoulder, and there we go. Then, excuse me, just move out the shoulder pads. They're on all joints, as you can see. And then yeah, just swivel around the arm. You want to make sure they're positioned like this. And bring down the shoulder pads. And after that, just bring up the head. I think it should snap into place. No, it doesn't. But yeah, then rotate around the head. Come on, there we go. There he is. There's the old Doc. And yeah, then after that, just bring this all up right here. And I'll just connect into place. Yeah. And then after that, I think you could fold this in. And yeah, so there's two tabs right here, two white tabs, and then those go into these slots back here. They're slightly angled, and they're supposed to be, you know, because of based on how it's all molded. And then finally, to swivel around the waist, and there you guys have it. There is Ratchet in his robot mode, and yeah, I'd say yeah, this is a pretty good looking robot mode right here. Probably I like it a bit more than the alt mode, or maybe about the same. I'm not sure. I can't really say. Yeah, there's the man, or the bot, I guess in this case. And yeah. Anyways, yeah, now for the sculpting, head sculpt right here. Looks pretty nice, you know, kind of has that sort of old man or old bot vibes. He's been through a lot. It's kind of hard to see with the color, but you can see all the sculpting details they put in. It's got the blue eyes, a white crest, a red helmet. Nice orange abdomen right there. Some cool detailing. And yeah, not a lot of paint for the legs or arms, and then you kind of get some stuff. You know, again, the pulse symbols. And here's the back. It's got a bit of a backpack, but it's not too bad. Pretty much all the characters, honestly, in the Cybertron games have kind of a backpack. So, what can I say? But yeah, anyways, articulation, head is on the ball joint, so you can move side to side. You can only move it up this far and then down that far. So I guess you get a decent head down movement, but in terms of head up, not really. Shoulders, if you want to move the shoulder pads out of the way, you can move pretty much almost as much as you like, up to there at least. It's a bit unnatural looking, but you can do it. And a full 360 rotation at the shoulders as well. There's a separate joint for that. And then a swivel at the bicep, bend at the elbow. You can even bend it backwards. And of course that hurt. I think that's just like that for transformation though. Let's see. Wrist does swivel. It does have a waist swivel, as we saw during the transformation, at least right at the end of it. See, legs can kick up this far, back that far, and then they can do the splits about that much. He does have a... Okay, he doesn't really have a thigh swivel, but he does have a knee swivel, so I guess that's kind of supposed to make up for it. Then at the knee, ankles do pivot. The feet don't move back and forth, but the toes do, so that's a bit different from other Transformers, mainline Transformer figures. But yeah, I'd say, you know, his posability looks pretty nice, or well, not just looks. I mean, I have him in hand, so his posability is pretty solid, I'd say. It could be better in some areas, but I think it's not too shabby. So, yeah, now anyways, for accessories, again, he comes with his big old axe right here, and so you can attach it right in here like this. The hilt, that's the only way you can really get it in there. You just have to take it apart and put it back together. So kind of the parts forming logic. But yeah, and then just put the actual axe right there. There he goes. Now I can wield his own personal axe. And of course, you know, it comes with his weird claw gun thing. But yeah, you can put it in his hands like that. Or you could also, there we go, remove it, his forearm right here, which is pretty much like the rest of these Gamer Edition figures, at least from the Cybertron games. But you could put it in, I think it's, I forgot which way it is. Oh, I think it's this way? No. There's a certain way. I think it's like, yeah, it's like this. There's enough space here to accommodate the big old tire he has. And there you go. So now he's got the claw arm, which I will say this is an example where it actually does look pretty cool, because on some of the other figures, like they just like they have it, but then it's like they have like some wimpy looking gun, like with I think it's Starscream, Bumblebee, Cliffjumper. It's like not really, or even Barricade. But you know, here this fits perfectly. You know, it actually fits the aesthetic of his actual forearm. So I'd say that's pretty nice. And I just realized I forgot to bring up Sideswipe for the size comparisons, but whatever. I want to get at least all the Hotbots that we got so far. Maybe in another character's review. Ironhides possibly, because I think there is an Ironhide recolor that's coming out next year. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it there for the accessories. So yeah, let's get right down to the robot mode size comparisons with his other fellow Oddbots, minus Sideswipe, because stupid me forgot to grab him. Yeah, so anyways, now for the robot mode size comparisons. Here he is with Optimus. Here he is with Bumblebee. And here he is with Cliffjumper. And for those curious of how tall Sideswipe is next to him, I think he's about the same height as Bumblebee and Cliffjumper, just maybe a hair taller. But yeah, that's pretty much it for those comparisons. And of course, this being Studio Series, we gotta take a look at the back traps. So yeah, here it is right here. Again, it's called Iacon Attack, even though it looks perfectly fine to me. But yeah, so we could put Ratchet right on here. And there he is, just for those who want to see what he looks like there. So there you guys have my review for the Transformers Studio Series Gamer Edition Voyager class War for Cybertron Ratchet. And yeah, I gotta say, overall, pretty good figure. I mean, not the greatest that I've gotten from this line, but I'd say a pretty dang solid figure, you know. To be honest with you, I think it's probably one of the best that Gamer Edition's given us so far. You know, it's got the proportions of Ratchet right. He's got plenty of details. He could use a little more paint in some areas, especially in alt mode, towards the back and even the sides a bit. But yeah, I'd say looks pretty good to me. You know, feels pretty good. Only thing I'm not really that big on is the transformation. It's kind of a little bit of a mess, but aside from that, though, pretty good, solid figure in both modes. And for those that are a fan of the War for Cybertron or Fall Cybertron games, I'm sure you'd be pleased with this figure. So yeah, all I can pray for is that this thing doesn't yellow, because the plastic kind of gives off that vibe. Yeah, so anyways, guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, share for more, and comment down below what you guys think of this figure. So anyways, guys, as always, till all, R1.